Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
How's everyone doing? It's good to see everyone.
All good, yeah, sound.
It's
all good, thank you.
No, it's exciting. I mean, more episodes of Domina, MGM Plus, July 9th, Season 2. It's awesome. Kasia, I wanted to ask you because I do feel like it's very interesting because the first season of a show, I feel it from an acting perspective, it's fresh to everyone. You've never played this character before. You're trying to figure things out. So what's your mindset for Season 2 specifically, like knowing that you played this character for like a whole season? Like, what are you kind of focused on going back for Season 2 with this character? Because it's going to be a different mindset a little bit, Season 1 to Season 2.
Yeah, it was a different mindset. I guess I was much more confident and I allowed myself to have much more fun. I must say the first season, we shot half of it in normal conditions and then the other half during a lockdown, and this completely changed our live on set. Yep. Definitely anything other than that was just just trying to adapt all this amount of this big amount of pressure and this weird feeling that you're living in a moment that is the weirdest probably moment of your life. Once you get on set and you just so you spray the completely and then you don't see people's faces anymore for months. Like you would work with people never seeing their faces. No one would get close to it. You would never have you would never be able to spend a time with your colleagues. You were just profoundly in some kind of a weird bubble. And second season we were still in a half of a lockdown, but we actually knew what will be this living on set, what will be like, and I was not only much more confident about the character. I think I had much more fun with it. And Simon Burke, he had a lot of fun, writing Livia.
Yeah.
And it just came really natural, And but I must say lockdown really changed my whole experience about this series, not about the character, about the series. And that is a lot when I think about my memory from set.
Oh, totally. No, absolutely. Matthew, I do also find it interesting because anytime I watch like a historical drama or something that takes place, like I always find it interesting because I want to know from like an acting perspective essentially what it's like kind of basically traveling back in time for a role, right? So I'm just curious for you specifically, like, are you focused on how they're going to look? What are they going to like? What are they going to sound like? What is that kind of preparation? Because I do really find that interesting.
Yeah, sometimes because I've done quite a lot of period dramas, and I do try and play against my instincts of what it might have been like, because I think at the end of the day, you want to try and just play the human relationships and the words, and Simon's writing does make that a lot easier.
Yeah.
But I think because we want it, we want it to be accessible, and we want people to be engaged with it. The dialogue is quite natural, and quite modern, and that definitely helps with not going down those kind of stiff sort of period feeling that that you sometimes get in these historical dramas. And I think that's definitely one of the things that kind of sets our show apart a little bit from other kind of period pieces, in that it's very much a vision of Rome, and and a truthful vision of Rome, but it's been it's been dragged into the 21st century, and it does feel really relevant, and it feels it's easy to engage with and kind of relate to. So didn't really do anything different in that sense, but automatically you've got the advantages of amazing sets and props and art department and costume and just being able to see the world that you're in as well, so it's always a massive advantage for being able to just perform the intimacies between two characters or a group of characters.
Yeah, that's super well said. And Kasia, I do want to go back to the fact that, related this to Domina or all the other projects you work on, I think it's a kind of really cool, kind of unique, weird feeling that will never go away, where you work on something, you wrap it, and then you kind of wait until people get to see it, right? So right now it's still in the hands of, your cast, your writers and crew and everything. But then July 9th, it's going to be disseminated on MGM Plus and everything. Is that are you getting used to that? Kind of the release date aspect of it, or is it always still kind of a crazy feeling?
I hated this period where just nothing is happening. So you just this story happened to us a year ago.
Yeah.
And so many things happened in my life already, and it's I want to share what I'm living right away, and it's a whole year. It's just too long, and I hate this process. And then you have to kind of, sometimes it seems like you don't care anymore, which is absolutely not truth. It's just that you're in a different spot in your life sometimes. Mm-hmm. And, we jump from one story to the other, and we get passionate about all the stories. And obviously with such a long period story, it takes such a big amount of our energy and time from our lives, right? A Domina, which it becomes a part of your life. Yep. And then suddenly it's over, and then nothing happens. No one knows what you've been through. You can't share it. You can't talk about it. You can't be in it anymore. You just say, okay, bye-bye, and that's it. It's over.
Matthew, it's a weird feeling, eh?
I hate it.
Yeah. I mean, if only you could bottle, when you finish a shoot, the emotions you're feeling, and you sort of how much you've enjoyed it and how much you've loved it, and the excitement of what you've just done. And just that feeling of relief of getting through it and knowing that it's going to be good. And if only we could get that now, obviously. And
I tell you, it's
still excited.
It's not fun to watch it with family, right? Yeah. It's and this happened in this moment. This happened. It would be much nicer to watch it between us, right? It's like you watch something. We've been on holidays with that people, and then you watch a video from holidays with other people.
It's an exciting
It's not funny. Yeah.
We're celebrating July 9th. Season 2 of Domina is coming on MGM Plus. I feel like I'm the bad guy now because
we just wanted to do it live. We just do it live, do the whole thing live.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should think to do reality shows or something, something. TV shows, I don't know, reality.
But in all seriousness, season 2 is fantastic. Congrats to both of you, seriously, and I can't wait for everyone to see it. July 9th, season 2 of Domina on MGM Plus. Kasia and Matthew, so great chatting with both of you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.